Wealthy habit number 4, which is wealthy people invest money, time, and effort in themselves. And before that thought even crosses your mind, trying to make excuses and justify what I've just said. And, the common place to go to is that, yes, wealthy people have money, so they have available time, and it's easy for them to make the effort because they have the available resources. But that doesn't again explain those self-made millionaires and how they got to become self-made millionaires. And I think most important is the mindset that you need to adopt when it comes to investing in yourself first. So let's unpack this in a little bit more detail. One of the principles of making money smart decisions is to pay yourself first. And what that basically means is investing in your goals before you pay anyone else. So before you pay off any of your debt, before you pay any expenses, the important thing is to invest towards the things that are important to you, your goals. And so how does this relate practically? How is this something that you can apply to your life? So the first thing you need to do is to have a debit order going off your account automatically on payday. And regardless of what that amount is, even if you can only invest 100 Rand a month, the point is to get into a habit of creating healthy habits around saving, because as South Africans, we don't have a savings culture. And so just getting into that routine, building that discipline will help you into a savings mode. So unfortunately, the common practice today is the reverse, and that is to pay everybody else first. So, and that's in the form of, as I mentioned, debts and expenses. And what people generally do is whatever they have left after they've paid everybody else is to then invest in themselves. If there is anything left, a lot of the times people actually end up spending that money on things that they want, or they end up going and creating more debt for themselves. If you look at your spending habits, analyze your bank statements and look at where your money is going, those spending habits actually determine what your priorities and your values are in life. So those are important clues to consider when, identifying what is important and what's not. The next element is time. And I think one of the common excuses that people make is that they don't have time. But if something is important to you, you will either find the time or you will make the time. So one suggestion I can give you is to conduct a time audit. And that's basically identifying how you are spending your time during the day and on weekends as well. So the time audit will give you an idea of how you are spending your valuable time and what part of your valuable time you are spending on non-valuable activities. Time that you should actually be investing towards yourself. Non-valuable activities are things like going out, extra time sleeping in, watching TV. And it doesn't mean to say that you can't obviously do any of those things, but you can also look at reducing some of that time to spend or invest in valuable activities. And those valuable activities are things like working on your personal self-development, investing time, building a business, or maybe improving your emotional and financial well-being. And you can do all of that through learning as well. So you don't need money to learn. Remember yesterday I mentioned that there are plenty of resources available for free on the internet that can help you to improve on your skills. So you don't need money to do any of these things. But what you do need is time. And the last element that I want to talk about is effort. If you don't have the inner desire or the motivation and drive or the discipline to invest in yourself, at some point in the future, you're going to either have regret or resentment that you didn't do what you needed to do when you could have. For example, exercising now helps you to avoid a lack of physical energy when you're older. Eating healthy now helps you to avoid illnesses that's related to overeating. Stopping bad habits like smoking and drinking helps you to avoid illnesses that might be caused as a result later. And investing in your retirement or towards your retirement which will help you to avoid a lack of retirement savings for when you are no longer able to work. So remember wealthy habit number 4, which is wealthy people invest time, money, and effort in themselves. So do what's hard now so that your life becomes easier later.